Hello everyone, today we are pretty much snowed in like the rest of the country, so I thought this would be an ideal day to do my first mod to my new Subaru Impreza WRX. I'm not particularly mechanically minded or competent, more to speak, so there's a few things though that I think that I can do, and with this car I really want to try and get a little bit more hands-on with some of my previous cars. So I'm going to show you the object in question that we're going to be modifying today. Come outside. Let's slip over.
Or let's not.
No, let's not. There we go. It's rather heavy.
I'll go the other side.
You go.
I'll go the other side.
And the item in question is this headliner here and these A-pillars. They're grey and, well, a bit naff. I'm just not fond of them. So I much prefer a darker headliner. So I've bought a load of material, some contact adhesive and some plasti dip, and we're going to see if we can just get this feeling like a little bit of a nicer place. First thing though, I need to make sure that the material that I've acquired is going to be big enough, because I do not want to take this down only to find out that we haven't got enough stuff. So I've got 1.5 meters wide worth of material, and which is that much. So I'd say we got just about enough.
Maybe.
Well, because it's not quite, you know, flat, but should just about fit. So we basically need to get started. Now apparently these will just come off in your hand.
I'm waiting for the sickening crack.
Oh yeah. That'll make a difference.
JayEmm does mods, eh?
JayEmm done a thing. I done a thing. Now, these little microphones here are not actually connected to anything anymore. I got an aftermarket sound system, and its microphone is up here. So these are going to go, and this one's all nasty and chewed up anyway. So, Laurie, can you go and grab from the back of the Alpha? There is that little versatile tool kit. The sun visors simply unscrew. There's one screw here, two over here. Take care to note that there's completely different screws on this side compared to this side, and they also have different heads, so you are going to need a couple of different screwdrivers to get these out without stripping these heads. Now I've got a choice later as to how we treat these, because I can spray these black, I can make an attempt at wrapping them. Gonna have to work that one out as we go, to be honest. So we're here, we've got some masking tape. As we take items out, I'm going to mask the screws to whence they came, because I have the memory of a 900-year-old man who's rather forgetful, so...
Admittedly, I wish I'd done that with the MR2. I have a bucket full of different bolts and screws, and I have
unknown heritage.
no idea where any of them go.
So, just a simple matter of just taping stuff up, just to give yourself half a chance of remembering where everything came from. I'm also popping out, of course, this little unit up here, which actually wasn't working anyway, possibly because there were no bulbs in it. Now, to get this out, you just get a flat-bladed screwdriver in here, pop this out, and then there are two screws hidden really well up here, where you're probably not going to be able to see them, but they got to come out before this will drop down. Getting these off the covers of the seat belt anchors, you just get a flat bladed screwdriver in here, and I just jabbed it through, and the whole thing just popped off. And then this is a 14mm.
Yes.
Yes, 14mm.
I am
man with tiny little socket.
Look, they'll tell you it's not the size, it's how you use it that matters.
No. So to get those ones off in the back, allegedly, you have to pop off the trapezoid-shaped seatbelt cover. So that's got to get popped off somehow. And then under there, you're going to find the same bolt that you found, you know, up front. So maybe you want to get like a thin blade around the edge. Do you want to maybe use a nice thin? I've got this. No,
I'll break that.
Really?
It's plastic. It won't last.
Okay.
You know me.
All right. Well, there's this very handy trim tool that I've got, which is probably useful if you're ever going to, you know, take an interior apart. Because in the back, you'll see in a moment, there's these annoying little trim clips, and they're actually two pieces, and you need to get in there and separate them and that's what this tool is for. As you can see, it's from Bav Sound. When I upgraded my M3 speaker system, I bought their little toolkit, which didn't cost very much money, but came with all these little bits, and this nice little tool roll here, which is actually super handy for just actually a lot of general tasks, but mostly you know, taking interiors apart. So that turned out to be well worth the purchase.
No, you go try it. The problem with so many of these things, they're not designed to come apart. Oh, that felt better, didn't it?
Yeah, there you go. That was in at the top, was it? Is there a matching one at the bottom?
Hold on. One there, but that's it.
If you haven't got something like this, or you're just using the flat end of that, get a butter knife, maybe wrap it in some sellotape. That also does it.
That's that, and that's that. So it's important to note, I have 2 clips that side, and the other 2 just feed in here.
Yeah.
So,
see, this is the thing, when it's apart, when you see how it's put together,
that makes it easy.
it was obvious to know how it came apart.
So now we put another 14 on. We don't. Yes, we do need to.
Yeah.
Do we? No, we don't need to. There's no point. We don't, because we're only pulling this off. So I might as well leave the seatbelt on. Are you taking the whole thing off? Yes, you are taking the whole thing off.
Yes,
Aren't
I'm
you?
the whole thing out.
Oh, that's going to be a pain, because no point doing it there. We're going to have to do this one down under the seat to release it to feed it through, aren't we? Because taking it off there won't do anything.
Now, because we have to get these whole seat pillars out, we're just going to take the seats out. Which is just a couple of little bolts. Hold those in, and then you just put them somewhere that's not too snowy. In my case, putting them in my garage. This car's interior is actually in quite a good condition. I'm going to try and keep it that way. So, there we go. Now, the reason we're doing this is because we have to try and get this bit out. Obviously, the seatbelt has to be unclipped at the bottom, and it's properly tight in there. So,
nope.
Need the brake bar still?
Yeah, we'll need
It's just behind you. So we were about to go down to Halford's to see if we could buy a new 40mm socket, because we have one that works which fits our small wrench, and it's just not, we just can't get enough torque to get that bolt out. And we have one that fits a large wrench, but it's been chewed previously, probably a long time ago. And we were about to set off before we realised we disconnected our own bolts. And now the problem is that Laurie's car there, that lovely Peugeot, he can't get any fuel in it because the fuel cap's frozen. So go today. So we've decided that this little bolt down here, this little pesky little.
Well, this one we can take off.
This little devil is staying here. This one we can take out. We've got the bits we need to get that out. That's actually started coming off. So we're going to pull this panel down. We can get all this painted. So basically this panel's going to have to stay here for now. My neighbour is actually a mechanic, so I'm hoping to enlist his help early. Maybe he'll have the right tool to persuade a little bolt out. But the idea is the headlining now should be pretty free. So that's going to start coming down. Now I just need to work out how to get these damn clips over here. Do you want to have a go at them?
Yeah, sure.
Do you want the metal trim tool? There's a reason the clips that are at the front don't want to come out very easy, which is that they're barbed, and Laurie broke a nail getting one out, so oh no. So yeah.
I'm going to need a manicure for this.
Yeah, so that's the clips in question. So in theory, we've got everything else out basically. This headlining should come down now, so we're going to get out of the car and get it out. Yes, the headlining is coming down. Yes, well done, Laurie. The headlining is loose.
I fixed it.
Wonderful. Right, let me get out the car.
If you pull that.
There you go. After only one short day and much wailing and gnashing of teeth, we actually got the headlining out. So now the real work actually begins.
You don't need me for this, right?
I certainly do, sunshine. It's a Viking day. It's a Viking day. Look at him.
Our friendship's got really weird.
What have we got? Okay, so here, landing under here, original headliner. This is a nice piece of black fake suede from eBay. Cost something like £30 for about 3 metres. I got loads of it because I'm going to use some of it on the other bits. 1.5 metres wide, which turns out to be just enough to give us a little bit of overhang. Maybe we'll bring it a little bit further over this way as well, just so that you've got enough to then stick it down on the rear edge. There we go. Just tease it along a little bit, that's it. So
you need to pull that top corner a bit now to straighten it out.
So what we're going to do now, straighten this out, then cut the piece out,
and send it to a professional.
Yeah, and send it all to, yeah. Then there'll be a mysterious car and we'll have much longer beards and it'll all be done. So, so yeah, we're going to get started with this.
This was the easy bit. Does it say something about using a well-ventilated air? I thought we could use it as a deodorant.
Spray cobwebs.
I've known people in film use it as cobwebs.
Yeah?
Yeah, and for something that you're never going to reuse.
After some considerable effort, much swearing, we now have headlight. There's a lot of tricky bits, especially up here at the front. There's a lot of
don't look at that. Just
a lot of detailing stuff. But generally,
black, you won't see it.
Generally, we are
masters of upholstery. We are very, very good at this, and we'll be taking commissions at the end of the programme.
I won't. So yeah, we're pretty happy with this. So we've left it. So this is going to sit here for a bit because this really needs to stick. Obviously, it's not very warm today, so the glue is going to take an extra long time to to get itself sorted.
It's worth pointing out that we actually genuinely impressed with ourselves. This has come together a lot better than we ever anticipated.
Yeah. So now we're going to move on to the other many trim pieces that we have, because we need to either spray these or also wrap these. So some of these are going to, so these bits, the A-pillars, they're going to get wrapped. B-pillars, I think probably spray them because they look like a really complicated shape. So I've got plasti dips to spray. I never plasti dipped anything before in my life.
What could possibly go wrong?
Yeah, what could go wrong? And we need to also spray the little grab handles, so they obviously don't look so they don't look terrible. Now I was originally intending to plasti dip these bits, but they're being wrapped because you see microphones used to be mounted here, so I can't be asked to fiberglass the whole thing or cover it up or filler it, because otherwise it'd be very obvious where this used to be. So hence they're being wrapped. That'd be lovely to feel. So just like in the Evora. So
I love the idea of you just driving along being like,
ooh. Yeah, I do that all the time. So thanks. Same as before. Just loads of glue on this, wrap it round, and just basically try and work it. So it is a pretty awkward shape, but hopefully we should be okay. So
we're masters of this now.
We got this. We got this.
Look at that. That's
tacked.
JayEmm, does this stuff melt plastic?
I'm not saying this is frustrating or tiring, but I'm really glad at the other bits we're going to be just plasti dipping. This has been quite complicated. It's just fiddly, and it's just, the glue's gone down. I put it down way too thick. I know that. It's just gone down too thick, and it's soaking through the material a bit, and it's just not holding. It's just being a general nightmare. It's actually a really complicated shape again. So, fun times. Next time, I'm getting a professional. Takumi Master Craftsman with me, yeah, studied with the best.
Now, it's important to make sure you do use, we can't show a brand, can we? It's mixed herbs, though.
What are we, the BBC?
Oh yeah, fine. Schwartz and mixed herbs are the correct tool for this job.
Yeah, don't use no own brand stuff, just Schwartz. Hey, wouldn't it be great if we got sponsorship from Schwartz? I don't know what we do with it.
Just every trip would involve some of the
just stop and start cooking, and then be like, what this car needs is a bit of spice.
I'd be so up for that. That'd be amazing. We should have more barbecues on the road.
We should. The problem is the highways agency just don't like it.
Well, especially if you stop on the motorway, they seem to take a really dim view on it.
I know. Even a dual carriageway, really. It's not like back in the good old days. Never done this before. Watched a video on YouTube quickly. There's a bit of a chilly day today, which isn't ideal. We should probably get the fire going in a minute. Yeah, just going to apply a very gentle quick coat with not too much coverage to get it started. Wait a bit, do it again. Probably about 3, maybe 4 coats I suspect this is going to need to do a proper job.
Not the best covering I've given, JayEmm.
No, not intended to be. Just to sort of just get it started. That's all they recommend you do. Because it's the light.
True.
So, just cover this little bit up. I took the switch off, so I need to spray the switch as well. You see.
Spray the bulb.
I'll just spray the bulb. Oh, does that make it a black light?
That's how they do it, right?
And that's some of our items after their second coating are actually starting to look pretty good. Cat's not really helping. With 3 coats on these now, they're starting to look pretty good. This has only got 1 coat on. That's basically 2.5 coats. So this is coming on really, really nice. I'm actually super impressed with Plasti Dip.
Are you just leaving me to stand like this?
So now we've turned this upside down because I now need to stick these loose edges in. So obviously it's going to work. So we're going to get onto that now.
You need to.
This is now roughly tacked on the back. We didn't do a neat job because it's not going to be seen. We suspect we're probably going to have to trim some stuff to stop it appearing. Just as long as it looks neat. That's the thing. It does not need to be neat on this side, I don't think, because you're not going to see it. We've slashed a couple of holes where certain items mount. There's also holes here for where the
gubbins. Flappy gubbins.
Yes.
They protect you from the sun
visors.
Sun visors.
The sun visors. So where the sun visors go, we'll need to work out where the holes actually work. We've perforated 4 holes on the other side to guide us for the really important trim clips. So at the minute, I've actually decided I'm going to run without the grab handles. Just it'll look a little bit neater, a little bit tighter, and it gives us 3 or 4 less things to put in while we're reassembling, because we are running out of time.
And it is very cold.
It's very, very cold. So we're going to get back out of the car now with this, see how we get on. We're now halfway through the refit, and you can't really appreciate it, but okay, we haven't done a perfect job. There's plenty of imperfections, like there's some down there and all that, and it's not a perfect job. But I mean, overall, I'm just so happy with this. Just sitting here, it just feels like such a classier interior. Screwdriver is here, sir. So we're currently assembling this back now, and then we'll show you the full thing when it's finished. It's getting dark here now, so I'm probably going to have to continue the videoing tomorrow. We're going to get this finished tonight, because once this is in, there's not going to be too much more to do. We sort of...
I want to go home at some point.
You will go home at some point. We sort of made a clerical error because we didn't basically punch clear enough holes through to go where fixings should have been, but that's okay. Live and learn. So remember that if you're going to do this, leave yourself some clear holes. So, but we're getting there. So yeah, we're going to carry on. And as promised, it's the following day, and here's basically what the car looks like on the inside. I think I'm actually going to try and paint these. So I've got a plan for that, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to have to redo this A-pillar. I'm just not happy with how this kind of went together down here, but for first attempt it's okay. Some of the stuff's not perfect. You can see a little bit of the Plasti Dip's kind of coming off in the back, but for a job that was done by a couple of complete amateurs in a day, I'm really happy with it. From the driver's seat in particular, the thing just feels classier. It just feels so much nicer. I know the logic of having a light headliner. Also, I might see what I can do. I think Laurie originally said paint the tops here, and I said no, but I think actually I will. I think he's right on that one. So I'm going to do that. So I hope you guys enjoy this. It's not really I suppose an in-depth how-to, but this is how we did it. Again, disclaimer, we are not professionals. We're sort of, slightly evolved trained monkeys. So, yeah, we hope you've at least maybe gained some enjoyment from watching our frustration in doing the whole thing. So, any ideas for what I should do to the Subaru next? Please let me know. But, hope you enjoyed the video. I'm gonna go back inside and hide because, yeah, the storm is coming again. Thanks for watching. Bye bye.